Hello everyone, welcome to sqadia.com. I'm Hina Khan and today the topic of our lecture comprises of the forensic dentistry, or it's also known as the forensic odontology. So it's the branch of forensic medicine that deals with the study of the teeth. So it's again very important whenever we are conducting a personal identification or investigation is being carried out to identify the remains of the person. We should have a complete knowledge of the dentistry and what are the different materials behind it. We'll be discussing that over here. In the first section, primarily, we'll be discussing the bite marks. So whenever we are maintaining the personal identity of a person, or we are maintaining whether a person is the suspect in a particular case or not, we have to basically chart the bite marks and then basically examine it under the rules and regulations of the dentistry or under the rules and regulations of the odontology. So we'll be discussing that over here. How are we going to carry out this comparison? It will be discussed over here. Bite marks to food items, they're again very important, and they give us a comparison basically, and there are a lot of food items, we'll be discussing them over here. Human bite marks and sexual assaults, they're again very important. Regarding the forensic medicine, and instances bites, that basically will be concluded over here in the first section. In the second section, we'll be discussing the investigations of the bite marks. How is it carried out? The nature of the bite marks will be discussed over here, along with the bites inflicted by the teeth closing down. So the problems and investigations of the bite marks, all of them will be discussed over here. In the third section, primarily, we'll be discussing the identification through the bite marks. So personal identification is the mainstay of forensic medicine. So we'll be doing that over here. Matching the bite mark with the suspect's dentition or designing, it's again very important. This comparison is again very important over here. Correspondence between teeth and bite mark, it is carried out under the scientific methodologies, and the tooth impression and identification of the dead is also taken. In the fourth section, we'll be discussing the death or the reconstructive identity. Whenever we come across a mass disaster, we have to reconstruct the identities, and we'll be doing that. The determination of gender and race is made over here. How do we determine the age of the person in the particular remains, and the comparative identification from the teeth is also carried out over here. In the fifth and the final section, we'll be discussing the different charting methods of the teeth. So if you are a dentist or if you're an odontologist, it's quite easy. But if you're a forensic practitioner and you have been asked to do this task, you should have the base or the core knowledge to it. The diagrammatic or anatomical charts that are usually in vogue right now, we'll be discussing that. The features and comparison with antemortem records, they'll also be discussed over here. And then there is a very interesting phenomena of pinkish discoloration of teeth that takes place after the death. Why does it occur? We'll be discussing that in the fifth and the final section. So I hope you want to learn more about forensic dentistry. So do watch the other sections of this lecture as well.